Get the oil pump, please. And we need to go ahead and start lifting. Over. Bye. Go ahead and start lifting. All right, let's bring the step in.
So I want to see this.
Okay, I can see it. Done that. Oh my goodness, look at that. Fantastic.
Look at that. You see its teeth. What you're looking at is the skull of an elephant or great mammoth. It looks like it's man-made, carved out of marble. When the Greeks and Romans discovered fossil remains, they informed their popular beliefs. And it used to be thought, with skulls like this, with the large single cavity in the center of the face, that these gave birth to, or at least justification to the existence of Cyclops and mythological tales. I think it's an incredibly detailed example of the power of mythology.
One thing that excited me about the project is how you inhabit the past, and it's like it's unknowable really, but little glimpses and fragments of objects and stories, that's what makes you kind of know the past.
Hi, David Cruz, David Cruz. More a little bit.
Over.
History's always been rewritten and rewritten. You know, the solidity that we call history is written from fragments.
Amazing. Look at that raised spine. Well, look, you can see how this oxidized into there. It's been there for some time, it looks like. Human features with bestial traits, characteristic of the Mesopotamian demon. The question is, could this be the so-called Pazuzu demon?
In the 1920s, British archaeologists were digging in the upper Tigris Valley of Mesopotamia. They discovered a small settlement along the banks of the river. And among their finds was thought by some to be a head of the Babylonian demon king, Pazuzu.
Stylistically, they both seem to be of a piece.
I remember when I first saw the demon, I was asking myself, why am I believing it? Am I believing it because it's got these missing parts? You believe it because it's, in a history of it travelling through time, through thousands of years, it's bound to have, had accidents and mishaps. And I love the way that time can age it and deteriorate it. It's like the action of the world on this object. You realise that everything in the world is going to become fragments. And then you realise that that's really where belief lies, is between fragments.
And we thought he was, lost forever, and this could be him, and he's beautiful.
What makes you believe in things is not what's there, it's about what's not there.
A cyclops, demons, unicorns. It did tell us a little bit about Amotan's character.
I think he genuinely believed in monsters, he believed in cyclopses, he believed in unicorns, you know, and I just think he was that type of a person. And I guess if you believe in them in the beginning, then you create things to justify their existence.
Whether it was this Amatan that Peter's talking about, or whether it's somebody else, these are not objects that are just randomly chosen. I'm not prepared to say it is Amatan, but for my money, there's certainly somebody with a vision and with a dream, a massive dream, and a pretty big ego behind all of this. I can't see this as a trading vessel. There are very definite aesthetic choices being made here. I think if it was trade stuff, you'd see multiples of similar things. This seems to be more coordinated.
Obviously, Amatan had an idea of an audience, and then his dreams were scuppered when the boat sank. But now these objects have come back up again. I wanted to find a great place to exhibit them. The Venetians amassed collections and brought things from far reaches of the world. You know, when you look at the 4 horses in St. Mark's, and you realise that they're a massive symbol of Venice, and so is the lion. But they came from faraway lands. They weren't really a symbol of Venice, they were plundered. The lion came from Athens, and the 4 horses came from Constantinople. The history of where they came from is lost, and they become totally synonymous with Venice.
Yeah, it's Andrew, time 2, go ahead, over.
Well,
Let's go to the office.
close the door. We've got a little bedroom.
Go. It's great news. Yes, but it's all one over here. We drifted in a strong current over quite a wide area. Over sea grasses, over big lumps of coral. And then we found scattered, half-buried gold objects. So on one hand, I was thinking that, my God, this is possibly the greatest moment of my career. But on the other hand, panic set in. Because this stuff is worth millions.
Yeah, I mean, to find this much gold is thrilling, but for an archaeologist, it's a big problem. Your gut instinct is to bring up something valuable, but we can't do that.
Must bring it up. No, we can't bring it up because then, we lose the advantage of the overseas.
My solution is simple. I mean, you bring the stuff up as soon as you can.
The reason I saw one of them is to find what, we're going to be around. Treasure. This expedition is not about treasure. No, I'm just saying, bring it up now. That way it's safe. We know where it is. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. The more time goes by, the more people will learn. We want to be able to study why it's sitting there, where it's sitting, how the rain lights going on. This is how I get that, but what time frame are you looking at? Let's say 7 days minimum. We increase the security quietly. I just think you're naive. You think you can make it survive for 7 days. Please don't. You need to trust our judgment of this, okay?
Now, I know we're all really excited, but, this goes without saying. Those confidentiality agreements that you signed, they're serious, okay? No photos, absolutely nothing posted on the internet. I don't need bloody tweets or anything like that.
The chances are that once the truth is out, to just generate all sorts of interest, from treasure hunters, from pirates, from all sorts.
Really, what I want to be able to do is to just double the security for the remaining week.
There you have a ship, but I don't know what is going on. But the people, they go there, they come back,
There's a lot of villagers here, they saw that maybe they search for something like maybe gasoline, petrol.
They make research for fish, maybe.
Some friends, they told me that they see big like a sculpture, like a woman. They sit down on the sea there.
What I'd like to do is just give a briefing on what we want to achieve this morning.
Ready?
We're going to load the packer up first, and we're going to put all the lift bags, all the ropes, and the gear for most of the divers onto the packer, and we're going to send it out. Okay? Any questions on that? So today's a big day. We decided, after much deliberation, to bring the gold items up. Okay, over and out.
Fantastic. How big is that?
There you go. Think of that.
Thank you.
I don't think anyone could ever imagine that something like this would happen to them. You dream about it. But do you honestly believe that it will? Probably not.
Someone straight into the water.
Yep.
I mean, the amazing thing about the gold works that were found is that gold doesn't tarnish, so they're totally timeless. And it's shiny and it's sort of dancing in your eyes. You see it in movies. The guy opens the case and this gold shines on their faces. There are so many objects made of gold. I mean, his collector, he was obviously obsessed with this material. Gold makes people do crazy things, you know, it's like has done for years. You know, there's a lot of blood associated with gold. You know, gold can drive people mad. I mean, who's to say what makes it like that? Is it its rarity, its scarcity, or is it, you know, is it something, you know, naturally inside the metal itself?
Fantastic. Unbelievable. Got it?
Can't believe these things. Just chill a bit.
It's interesting that the gold was found on its own. I think that indicates to me that maybe they tried to escape with the gold. You know, the ship was definitely going down. It was irreparably damaged, and they thought the gold was worth the risk of putting in a smaller boat and trying to escape with.
If you rely on myth, if you rely on legend, people tend to not take you very seriously. But this vast amount of gold suddenly made my story come to life. At this point, I was prepared to go out on a limb by saying that what we had found was indeed Amotan's treasure.
Today, one of the divers uncovered a huge golden disc. And it was found in an area where we found many of the other gold items, but it was completely covered with silt. And obviously there's pressure now to bring it up as soon as possible.
Andy, the weather's picked up a bit.
Right.
We weren't expecting any wind today. It's just picked up.
How long is it going to be before we know?
Well, we just take it hour by hour and see what the weather does. I've stopped all operations. It's very good weather. We'll postpone until tomorrow. Hope for better weather.
We left a minimal crew on post for now, just to keep it safe. And we waited for the weather to clear. It's not talking like it's clearing, is it?
It's important that we lift the gold disc as soon as possible. To me, it's the clearest indication yet that we have found Amotan's treasure. In later versions of the Amotan myth, the hero gets visited by the goddess Artemis, who instructs him to build a temple to the sun god Apollo, and that becomes his motivation to collect the great treasures of the old world.
This story was told after Christianity took hold and can be read as a warning against embracing the old pagan gods, with Amatan punished for worshipping false idols, gods going back to the earliest civilizations.
It must have been a night like this that it all ended for Amotan. Imagine the Apistos loaded with Amotan's collection coming up against a storm like this. The sun is back. The sun god Apollo is with us. I believe what we're lifting today isn't just a gold disc. It's evidence of solar worship, an image of the sun, a sun disc.
Sun discs have been used by many civilizations and cultures to venerate the god of the sun by literally reflecting his rays. The Egyptians and Incas used it, the Japanese, and the Europeans. The ancient Egyptians believed the sun's daily pattern of regeneration suggested their own rising after death. This was symbolic of the sun's power to give life or to take away.
I think that this sun disk is the centerpiece for Amatan's temple to the sun god Apollo. And the other items that we found, they were to fill the temple.